Hi everyone, my name is Nikki, and I would like to thank you first and foremost for stopping and taking the time to look at my fundraiser. As you can tell from the description, I am an ME or CFS sufferer, and I have been since I was 13 years old. I'm now 31. My reason for setting up this fundraiser is twofold, to be honest. Firstly, it's that at the moment in the UK and in most of the world, funding for treatment for ME in any form is almost non-existent. I myself have been told by my doctors that there is no treatment available, and that, and I quote, it's just a matter of accepting that this is how it is now. I refuse to believe that. I have been doing research and I found that there are treatments out there, but they're not available on the NHS. There are forms of cognitive therapy, hypnotherapy. There are a couple of clinics that will take inpatients with ME, but none of them are available through the NHS, which is the National Health Service. As a result, I have to fund them myself if I want to get treatment. But because I am unable to work because of my disability, I can't earn the money, hence the fundraiser. I desperately need to get better. I feel that ME is something that's just ignored, and we need to find ways of improving the condition for myself and for other sufferers. And I feel that if I can get treatment and find something that works, perhaps I can manage to get someone to listen and get more help for other sufferers. So at the moment, I'm trying to raise funds to pay for treatment, but also I'm trying to raise funds for equipment as well. And that is for a computer and a phone. They may seem frivolous expenses, but the truth is they are lifelines for an ME sufferer. Someone with ME suffers from pain, exhaustion, and dozens of other symptoms every day and every night. And for people like me and many others, we're more or less housebound. So computer and phone are literally our only outlets to the outside world. Another thing is that people with ME aren't lazy. People say, well, you have ME, you're just tired. But that's not the case. Most of us would give anything to have a normal life, to be able to go out to work in the morning, to be able to do what people consider to be chores, we consider luxury. So being able to have a computer that works, this one that I have at the moment is functional, but not very well, and is literally on its last legs. Having one that works would enable me to work from home properly and earn money towards further treatment if the treatment works, as well as being able to give me a life outside of sitting and trying to get attention for ME. So for a computer, that is my main goal, to be able to work. I do also wish to try and raise money for a phone, and that is because a phone for someone with ME is a lifeline. If the power goes out and we are not well, it can mean that if we have a cordless phone in the house, which I do, there is no way to get help if needed. And having a phone that's unreliable, which in my case I do because it's very old and very broken, it means that it's frightening to think of what would happen if something went wrong. If I have a severe panic attack and hurt myself, or if I have a crash and there's no one around, a crash being a severe sudden loss of energy, which can cause you to collapse if it's very sudden. If there's no one around, I have no way to get help, hence needing a phone. Those are my main expenses that I'm trying to raise money for: a phone, computer, and treatment. If I have access to the two former, I could potentially raise money for the latter, which is why I'm trying to do the fundraiser for all three. Most importantly, though, I want to raise awareness so that even if I am not able to raise money for treatment or for any of the expenses, if I can get people sharing this campaign and taking notice that ME is a real illness that is affecting thousands upon thousands of people and causing us to suffer constantly without being listened to by doctors or by officials or by media. If I can raise that awareness, then that's almost as good. So thank you for looking at this video. Thank you for looking at the fundraiser. Thank you in advance if you share it. And especially, thank you from the bottom of my heart if you choose to donate. It means a lot. And I'm very, very grateful.